Welcome to yoga class with Alicia Dugar Stephenson. I am loving this month's theme, okay? I personally really enjoyed the joint studies that we did last month because, as I mentioned before, joint appreciation and awareness really came through my diagnosis with lupus. And so this transition into organs is something that I find valuable because there was a point in time where the specialists were particularly curious and particularly concerned that my organs might be involved with inflammation. And so that's when I really started to study organs and realize that they're the things that keep us alive. You know, our bones and stuff help us stand upright. Our joints help us to move through our day and do activities. However, there are a couple organs in particular that we're going to look at together that really are the main things that keep us alive. Like if these organs stopped working in this second, we would not be here on this plane. And so today we're going to look at the heart, and we'll specifically be looking at our anatomy reference, the Yoga Anatomy Coloring Book, which I love because it takes complex concepts and makes them really easy to digest. Our intention today is to observe your heart's energy. So that's looking at the philosophical context of body system functionality, physicality, and energetics. So we're going to be really getting into observation. We'll be using a minimum of 2 blocks today. If you are a prop lover like myself, feel free to keep other things handy just in case your body asks for a little deeper connection. All right, take a moment to do your journal prompt. You are free to take these responses in any direction. You have 3 components of the journal prompt today. My heart says, fill in the blank. My heart space feels, fill in the blank. And my heart does, fill in the blank. All right, if you're watching the recording, feel free to pause so that you have time to respond. I say between 2 minutes to 5 minutes. It gives you a chance to really just get out the first things that come to mind. All right, let's talk about the cardiovascular system, the circulatory system. This is your heart, your blood vessels, and blood. The heart pumps the blood and all that is contained within it throughout the body. In yoga, we often refer to the heart center or 4th chakra when speaking of the center of the chest. The physical heart is more left in the thoracic cavity, and that is why the left lung is slightly smaller than the right to allow space for our organ, the heart. All right, come onto your mat in a straddle position. So straddle with your legs wide. And you can choose how wide you'd like to go. All right, let's get into it. All right, for anyone who might be feeling tight today, and hamstrings tight, you can always place blocks underneath your knees so that you have a slight bend in your knees, and that allows for a little bit of ease in your hamstrings. Okay, so that's if you're feeling tight hamstrings. If you are studying to teach others and you've never tried with blocks under your knees, I do recommend trying it to see what the difference and what that might feel like. All right, so here we are in straddle. We're going to take a side bend. Bring your right arm up and over to the right. Place your right arm behind your right leg. And then walk your fingers away from your hips. So you start to lean over to the right. The thing about a side bend, whatever side you're leaning towards, it's the opposite that will get the extension. So we're flexing this side of our ribs and extending the opposite side. Option to take your arm up and over with your palm facing the ground. Inhale, spread your fingers so wide that you feel. How is my phone dinging on Do Not Disturb, y'all? Come on. The phone Do Not Disturb. I'm so confused by this. Technology. Inhale into your left side ribs. Expand them like you would an accordion. Exhale, lower your right ear or chin down. Soften your shoulder away from your ear. Take a deep breath in to extend your left side ribs with your breath. Exhale, bring your ear or chin down a little more. Stay here for 3 rounds of vibrating Brahmari breath. Take a deep breath in through your nose. With your lips closed, create a vibration. This time, imagine you could target your vibration to the side of your left ribs around your heart space. Deep breath in. Big vibration. Again, bigger. To come out of the pose, use your upper arm, reach it all the way over to the left, and then reach out through your left arm like somebody's helping you up right to the middle. From here, bring your opposite arm up so both arms are now extended to the left and right. Spread your fingers wide. Flex your toes towards your face. Spread your toes. Inhale, sit up through your chest. Then exhale, stay here in the middle with your torso. Widen your shoulder blades. Widen your hands away from each other. See if you can get a little bit more wingspan. Side bend to the other side. Take your left hand down. Walk your fingers over to the left. Bring your right arm all the way by your ear. Here, take a few breaths to get into feeling. You might notice maybe gripping in your hips. You might notice tightness in your right armpit. Here's your chance to observe. Take a deep breath in. Roll your top shoulder up high towards the sky. Stay here for your exhale. Lower your ear or chin. Inhale, imagine you could breathe into your side ribs. Exhale, find a spot in your neck to soften. Lower your chin, lower your ear. Take 3 rounds of vibrating Brahmari breath. Imagine that you could loosen any tight spots in your right side rib cage. Take a deep breath in. Big vibration out. Again, bigger. Last one. Bring your top arm up. Inhale, reach out through your right arm and let it assist you back upright. Nikwa, go ahead and do the same thing on the other side so you feel balanced. Then inhale, stretch your arms out. Stretch your shoulder blades out. Stretch your fingers out. Stay here with your arms wide, lower your shoulders. One more deep breath, spread your fingers. Exhale, bring your hands down to your legs. Help your knees up and bring the soles of your feet together for butterfly. If you're using blocks, you can place blocks under thighs in your butterfly. And press the balls of your feet in together. Once your feet press together, use your hands, leverage on your feet. Inhale, stretch up through your chest. Exhale, press your shoulders down and back. Yeah, like that. Bring your right hand to your heart space. And see if you can get inside your clothes and bring skin on skin. For a moment, for a few breaths, we're going to practice stillness and silence. And in that stillness and silence, here's where it gets real advanced. I won't even say anything. So that 3 things can happen. Your mind, your thoughts can come. Stillness can happen. And feelings can happen. So here's your chance to observe what happens in your heart space. Take your opposite hand, bring it on top of your right hand. Press your feet together. And if you need the extra leverage with hand on foot, you can bring your hand back to your foot and help yourself sit up tall. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath into the space under your right hand for 4. Pause at the top of your inhale to notice, to observe the rhythm, feel the beat of your heart. Exhale out of your nose for 4. Pause at the bottom of your breath to feel the rhythm of your heart. So as we continue for the next 30 seconds to 2 minutes, you have the opportunity to feel and see if you can feel the thud, the vibration, the rhythm that's inside of you with your heartbeat. And go. Keep your breath going. Keep observing your heartbeat. Deepen your breath. Make your breath longer. And then slowly remove your hand from your heart. Take your hands to the outsides of your legs and close them like a precious book. Remove your blocks and come onto your belly. Our heartbeat, the heartbeat of our mother is the main soundtrack of our gestation from fetus to infant. So here, as we reconnect to our own heartbeat, there may be other things that come up emotionally. So you can just be with that and allow yourself to notice. Locust variations. So this in particular, this ab and back technique really allows us to explore the strength that we have around our heart space. So we're going to try out different arm positions, and you get to notice how you can observe, or what you observe, whether it be strain, whether it be ease, or anything in between. All right. Our first locust, with arms out to the side. So come onto your chin. Bring your arms out like airplane wings. Palms face down. Press your hips into the floor. Press your belly into the floor. And then inhale, lift only your arms and chest off the mat. Keep your legs down. You can take your thumbs to face up, palms face forward. Then stay here. Exhale, spread your fingers. Inhale, lift your legs up, reach them back. Lift your thighs up, your chest higher. Exhale, lower down, bring your chin to the mat. Take your arms back onto your sacrum. So this time, options to turn your fingers to face your feet with your hands on your low back, palms on your low back, or bring your thumbs to frame your spine with your fingers facing to your hips. So option one, palms face down like you're putting your hands in your jean pockets. Option two, thumbs along the spine like we've done in the hands on sacrum in a low lunge. All right? Squeeze your elbows towards each other. Press your hips down. Inhale, float your chest up first. Notice what that feels like to use the strength in your back. Then exhale, float your feet up. Squeeze your elbows. Inhale, fly higher. Exhale, lower your chin down. Superhuman. Bring your arms out in front of you like Superman. Supergirl, superhuman. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, lift your feet up. I like to use explosive breaths with sound effects. Inhale, spread your fingers, spread toes. Big exhale, lift higher. Release. Bring your chin back to the floor. Take your arms back out to airplane mode. This time, lift everything off the mat at the same time. Inhale, arms up, legs up. Lift high. Exhale, chin down. Hands to low back. Squeeze your elbows. Inhale, chest up, legs up. Lift high, lift high. Exhale all the way down. Arms out in front. Inhale, arms up, legs up. Exhale, float down. Bring hands under your shoulders. Press up to downward facing dog. Bend your knees left and right in your down dog. Where you get to feel your toes open up. You get to feel what's going on in your low back. See if you can feel the back of your heart. Bend your right knee and then press your chest towards your right knee. Then switch the bend left knee, take a deep breath in, spread fingers. Exhale, press your chest towards your left knee. Then inhale, bend your knees, lift your heels high. Exhale, keep your legs and hands where they are. Lower your heels, press your chest back towards your thighs. Leg lifts. Inhale, reach your right heel up. Start off with your hips in one line, so lower your right butt cheek. Keep your right leg lifted, spread your toes. Switch into a dog tail, bend your right knee, lift your right hip up on top of your left, so it's almost like a twist in your down dog, but keep your shoulders parallel to the floor. Release your leg down. Inhale, lift your left leg straight back. Keep your hips parallel. Exhale, dog tail. Lift your heel towards your butt and lift your hip up. Release, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up to your tippy toes. And exhale, tippy toe your feet to your hands. Forward fold. Bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, scoop your chest forward, lean forward so that your entire foot presses into the floor. Keep your heels down. Lean forward more, Fatima. Yeah. Stay here, roll your shoulders back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, make a ha sound, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, rise up, upward reaching mountain. Look up, press your hands together, take a baby back bend. Exhale, bring hands to rest at your heart space. All right. Modified sun, classical sun salutation. I'll give y'all a better angle here. There we go. Not quite. Inhale, reach arms up. Spread your fingers. Exhale, fold forward, make a ha sound. Low lunge, step your right foot back. Bring your hands all the way up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, half splits. Straighten your front leg. Inhale, vertical splits. Take your left hand to your ankle or shift your both hands in front of you. Lift your right leg back and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Make a ha sound. Inhale, take your left foot back. Low lunge. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, half splits. Take your toes back, straighten your front leg. Exhale, vertical splits. Shift your weight forward, lift your left leg up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, fold, ha sound. Step your right foot back, low lunge. This time, bring your hands to your sacrum. Same options we use in the locust. So fingers can face down or thumbs frame your spine. Squeeze your elbows, inhale, chin up. Exhale, half splits. Shift your weight forwards to straighten your front leg. Flex your toes back, take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your chest towards the mat. Vertical splits. Inhale, shift your weight onto your left leg, lift your right leg high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise. Reach up. Exhale, fold, make a high sound. Step your left foot back, low lunge. Bring hands to sacrum. Inhale, press hips down, tailbone down, chin up. Exhale, half split, straighten your front leg. Then take a deep breath to reach your chest and toes towards each other. Woo, feel the back of your leg. Exhale, lower your heart space towards the floor. Vertical split, shift weight to your right leg, float left foot up. Forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, baby back bend, lean back. Chin up, chest up. Inhale, come all the way upright. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Moon salutation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Lift your ribs. Exhale, lean to the left. Really feel for opening in your armpits. Inhale to center. 5-point star. Exhale, goddess. Open your toes and knees out, bend elbows. Inhale, back to 5-point star. Exhale, warrior 2. Turn your right foot over to the short edge of your mat, bend your right knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Flip your front palm, reach forward, then up. Stay here. Take a deep breath, spread your fingers. Exhale, come all the way upright, straighten your front leg. Triangle. Exhale, lean forward. Reach, 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 send your hip back. Then exhale, reach your right arm down to shin, left arm up to sky. Here's where you stretch across your heart space. Reach your top hand up, away from your bottom hand. Half moon. Grab your block at the highest height. Press it down and press onto your right leg. Shift your left foot straight back. Spread your fingers and toes. Inhale, reach your arms away from each other. Exhale, low lunge. Lower all the way down. Shift your hips forward into your low lunge. Take your left arm up. Take your right arm up. Exhale, twist. Bring your left hand down and twist towards your knee. Reach up the right arm. Exhale, take right arm down. Reach up through the left arm, open twist. This is the type of twist that I recommend for pregnancy. When they open twist, they still get the benefit of a twist without the limitations of the belly. Then come all the way down into a pigeon back bend. Scoot your right foot all the way over to the left side of your mat. Lower your hips down to the mat. So now your shin is parallel to the short edge of your mat. From here, press your hands down, lift your chin up. Lift your chest up. Release, downward facing dog. Press your hands down and your hips up. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Come back to warrior 2. Inhale, 5-point star. Exhale, goddess, bend your knees. Inhale, 5-point star. Exhale, goddess, bend your knees. Inhale, 5-point star. Then exhale, bring your feet together, reach up. Inhale, lean over to the right. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, back into center. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do that modified again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, 5-point star. Inhale, goddess pose. Exhale, 5-point star. Inhale, goddess pose. Stay here, hold it. 5-point star. Spread your elbows out wide. So this is like opening up your heart space. Spread your fingers. Exhale, come back to 5-point star. Warrior 2, turn your left toes to face the short edge of your mat. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Flip your front palm, reach forward slightly first. When I do that, I feel like I'm kind of letting my hip know where it needs to stay, and then reach your arm back in. For a reverse warrior. Rebend your knee if you straightened it. Stay here, breathe into the side of your heart, right under your armpit. Exhale, triangle. Bring your arms up. Lean forward. Reach, reach, reach. And then take your hand down to shin. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Expand your heart space. Inhale, stretch your top arm up. Exhale for half moon. Option for block, or you can choose out. You can opt out of the block. Shift your weight onto your left leg and hand. Reach up through your top arm. Spread your right toes. Spread your right fingers. Take a deep breath to lean back. Roll your top shoulder higher. Exhale, release. Bring your right knee down into low lunge. Inhale, right arm, left arm up. Exhale, twist. Take only your right hand down. Twist towards your knee. Open twist. Take your left hand down. Reach up your right arm. Pigeon. Back bend. Scoot your left foot over to the right side of your mat. Lower hips. Bring your shin parallel with the short edge of your mat. Even if you need to scoot your foot up. Press your hands down. Inhale, lift up through your sternum. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left foot up. Exhale, step it through, warrior 2. Inhale, 5-point star. Exhale, goddess. Spread your elbows. Inhale, 5-point star. Exhale, spread your elbows, goddess. Inhale, 5-point star. Exhale, bring it together, arms up. Inhale, take it over to the right, lean. Send your hips to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lean opposite side, side bend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bring hands to heart. Touch your thumbs to your heart space for a moment of stillness. See if you can feel your heartbeat. Dancer. Dancer pose. Take your right arm out in front of you, and I'll show you to the side so you can see a side profile. Take your right arm out in front of you. I like to start with my palm facing up. Bring your hand down, so now your palm is facing out and your thumb is facing back. Bend your right knee and connect your right hand with the inside, without twisting your hand, connect to the inside of your ankle. So here, I'm still have my thumb face back. Squeeze your knees together to create level hips and balance. If you need a wall, just put your left hand on the wall. Option, if your hand is not on the wall, reach your left hand up alongside your left ear. Exhale, start with your foot. Okay, so this is very important to getting into this pose. Press your foot back. So keep your chest where it is and just press your foot back. Just press your foot back a little more. Just press your foot back a little more. When your foot is as far back as it can go, then you might open up more by leaning your heart forward. Very important to get the most out of this heart opener is that your foot, your leg is really active. Press your foot back like you're pulling a bow. Press, press, spread your toes. Release. Awesome. Some beautiful dancers. Take your left palm, hold it up. I like to say like you're holding a tray or something precious. In reality, look at where our hands are according to our heart. Our hands are literally at our heart energy. So that's why giving someone a hug, even if it's yourself, you're wrapping that person in your heart space, literally in your heart energy. So as we do this pose, really notice how extending through your foot helps stretch this part of your heart. Take your palm up and bring your hand down so your thumb still faces back. Bend your left knee and place your inner ankle into your hand. So we keep the thumb facing back. Yes. So if that is what feels accessible, you can turn your hand around, but here, let your arm go real quick. I'm going to show you the difference. So look this way. So this is why you'll see sometimes it's like, why do people do hands a certain way, this or that? So this is what the difference is. So everyone take your arm by your side so that your thumb faces forward. So just like a normal hand by side, like that. Then bring your pinky back, take your hand back as far as you can get it. See where it stops. All right, so that's your shoulder range of motion in internal rotation. So remember, we've been talking about joints. So internal rotation is when your thumb is forward. That's as far as it can go. All right, so external rotation, turn your thumb to face back. Now reach your arm back and see where you can go. All right, so that's external rotation. You see there's so much more available space there, so much more range there. All right. Dancer, with our left hand, turn your left palm to face up. So when my left palm faces up, that's external rotation. Bring your palm down, your fingers down to the floor, thumb facing back. Now lift your leg up and just bring it on the outside of your hand. There you go. Squeeze your knees together to level out your pelvic bowl. Inhale, reach your hand up. Option to stabilize yourself on the wall. Stay here, and we'll start with the foot. Remember, the foot is extremely important. Press your foot back. Inhale, stand up tall. So stay here with your chest. Exhale, press your foot back. So you may already feel something in your arm. Inhale, stand up, lift your chest straight up. We're not leaning forward. Exhale, press your foot back. So see how far you can press your foot back. Press it back, press it back. Once you start to feel your body want to lean, then see if your leg can go back anymore. Inhale, reach up through your chest. Then exhale, press your foot back. Maybe you tilt a little bit forward. For extra challenge, spread your toes. Inhale, press your foot back like you're pulling a bow and release. Yes. Shake that out. Shake that out. Now that we know about the range of motion, now that we know about using our leg to literally press the gas pedal of this pose, we're going to do it one more time. I love doing poses more than once when they're really challenging because I get to see something. It's like rewatching a movie and then you're like, oh man, I didn't even see that the first time. So this time we do dancer. Instead of noticing and focusing on the things that happened from the first time, here's your opportunity to observe, to notice what's happening in your heart space only, all right? We're gonna use our legs to access our heart space. Turn your right palm out for external rotation. Bring the back of your hand by your leg. Take your right foot and place your ankle into your palm so you still have external rotation. Squeeze your knees, level your hips out. Inhale, reach your left arm up or brace yourself on the wall. Exhale, use your leg like an archer's bow. Press your foot back, press it back, press it back, press it back. Once it can't go back anymore without tilting your body, then you lean forward. But really, really focus pressing your foot back to stretch your arm. Inhale, spread your toes wide, spread your fingers. Exhale, press your foot back and up. Press, press, press. Release. Other side. Turn your left palm face up, external rotation. Bring your arm by your side, bend your knee, and connect your inner ankle with your palm. Squeeze your knees together and notice you already feel a little more balanced. Inhale, reach up through your right arm or brace on the wall. Exhale, press your foot back and really feel for stretching your elbow, your shoulder, your wrist. Press your foot back, keep your arm straight. Press back, press back. Take it slow. Extend your foot back. To stay balanced, use your top arm like you're already holding on to something. Press your foot back. Foot back more. Really engage through your leg. Spread your toes. Press back, press back, press back. Then release. All right. Did y'all feel a difference on that one? Doing it in that manner? Yeah? Awesome. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, fold. Oh, I see water break happening. Okay, I'm following along that trend. Water break is happening. All right, bring your feet parallel to each other at the top of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Take a baby back bend. Send your hips forward and reach back. Press your palms together. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, fold forward, make a ha sound. Bend your left knee, straighten your right leg, and press your left hand into the mat. Inhale for a twist. Reach your right arm up. Exhale, lower your right hand. Bend your right knee, straighten left. Inhale, open up through right side. Reach it up. Exhale, switch. Inhale, open. Exhale, switch. Inhale, open. One more. Exhale, switch. Inhale, open. Really line your top shoulder on top of your bottom. Exhale, switch. Last one. Inhale, open. Spread your fingers. Release. Lower all the way down to your belly. If you like chaturanga, you can Spread your fingers and bend your elbows to lower all the way down. All right, floor bow. So floor bow is the same pose that we just did standing. Floor bow is a dancer on the floor. So here in this variation, there's less a need to focus on trying to balance on one leg and more of an opportunity to really feel what's happening in your heart space, to observe the thoughts, the feelings, the sensations, whatever comes up for you. All right, we'll start one at a time. So take your hands into a Sphinx position. So they're forearms down. I like to take one forearm at a diagonal and then reach that arm that I moved back to connect with my ankle. And here, same thing, internal rotation versus external rotation. So if you're feeling like you want to go a little deeper, turn your thumb to face up. If you're feeling like, this is about as far as I can get today, thumb face down is totally fine. From here, press your left or whichever your hand and foot are connected, press back and up. So your knee comes off the floor. You can keep your forearm here as support or reach it forward. Inhale, spread your toes, press your foot back, like you're kicking back. Release. Switch. Take your the opposite forearm down. Connect the other foot and hand. Right away, press your foot back. And then to activate this pose, reach your knee off of the floor. You can stay here with your forearm or reach your opposite arm in front. Inhale, press foot back. Exhale, release. Bring your chin to the mat. Connect both hands to both feet. Here, it sometimes is more accessible to do internal rotation with the thumbs face down, can be a little more accessible. So that is definitely an option. Right away, squeeze your thighs together. Inhale, press your feet back and up. Exhale, plug your shoulders into your body. Press them down from ears. Inhale, feet back, kick back. Exhale, release. Bring your hands down under your shoulders, and then come up. So look this way. All right, we're about to do a pose that we haven't done together before. So I really want to show y'all a visual first, and then I'll talk you through it. All right, so this one is called heart bench. And it does require 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks and you're watching this recording, I would definitely recommend blocks. They're pretty inexpensive and great props to use. I use props all the time in classes, so you can check the link below this video if you need a recommendation for blocks. And if you don't have blocks, your option can be here. Forearms down, head back. Or chin down, because head back can get a little intense on the neck. All right, so that's your option if you don't have blocks. If you have blocks, heart bench with 1 block at the highest height, and I'll show you like its highest height facing the skinny part is gonna be like the same on my body. All right, is that okay to see on the pink on the red, or do I need to grab a different color? Okay, cool. Actually, I'll just go ahead and switch it so it's easier to see. All right, highest height. Then we take our second block, medium height. And this one is going a long way. So it kind of looks like a letter T, all right? And so here there are a couple of things that are really important. We need to find where our shoulder blades are, and we're going to lower down very slowly. All right, so it looks like this to get into the pose, and I'm going to show you how to get out of the pose, and then I'll talk you through it, okay? So keep watching. All right, so to come into the pose, first thing I always do, go ahead and find my shoulder blades. All right, once I find the line of my shoulder blades, I bring the block onto that space in my shoulder blades. Then I take this block under my head. Legs can be straight or legs out wide. To come out of this pose, because I'm so close to the floor, I literally take my knee over and just slide down to the floor. All right, and then press up very gently. Let my head come up last. All right, so again, my furthest block away is at the highest height. My closest block is at the medium height. And if you're feeling like, that's a little too high for you, you can lower it down. So you have the bottom block at the low height and the second block at the medium. All right. I just recommend the higher options. All right. So now it's your turn. Go ahead and turn your back to your blocks now that you have them set up. Find your shoulder blades. So go ahead and move around. Even after 10 years, I still take a moment to check my shoulder blades. So I highly recommend you do that before you lay back. Then lay back, place your shoulders onto the block. Place your head onto the block. Widen your arms out. Turn your palms face up. And then you can keep your legs straight or open your knees and bring your feet together in a butterfly. So in this position, we're going to do some Brahmari vibration. So really open up the front and back of our heart space. Take a deep breath in through your nose. With your lips closed, create a vibration. Keep going. 3 more. Last one, biggest one. Stay here. And take a moment of silence to see if you can feel, hear, or sense the rhythm of your heart. Now, for fun, see if you can feel your heart beat in a place other than your chest. So maybe in your palms, maybe your belly, maybe your head, maybe your legs. Feel your heartbeat somewhere that's not your chest. Deepen your breath. Make your inhales a little longer. Your exhales a little longer. And slowly roll down the left side of your mat. So you come onto your left side body to come off of the blocks. Roll down onto the floor. Stay here for a breath or two. Now challenge yourself without lifting your head. Press your hands down and gently move the blocks out of your way. Shavasana, this Shavasana with legs up the wall or up the chair. So you can scoot your butt towards the wall, scoot your butt towards the nearest couch, bed, chair, whatever's accessible, and take your legs up the wall. They don't have to be straight, they can be bent, but take your legs above your heart. So legs up the wall, legs up the window, legs up the couch. Once you get there, choose your arms. Arms can be down by your sides. Arms can be resting on your body. Take a moment to expand your breath in your chest cavity. See if you can create more space, more expansion in your armpits, in your ribs, in your sternum. Now see if you can make your breath bigger where you're touching the floor. Make your breath bigger under your shoulder blades. Inhale into the back of your heart. Exhale, let it go. Inhale into the top of your heart, the space under your neck. Exhale, let it go. Inhale to the bottom of your heart, the space above your digestive system. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, encircle your heart with breath, front, back, sides, top, bottom. Completely cover your heart with oxygen, nutrients, nourishment. Exhale, let it go. Now ask yourself silently these sacred questions. What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? What does my heart desire? What does my heart desire? What does my heart desire? Let go of those questions and bring your awareness to the very bottoms of your feet, the soles of your feet. See if you can feel your heartbeat. Bring your awareness to the very top of your head. See if you can feel your heartbeat. In your scalp, on the top of your skull. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And bring your knees in for a hug, or take happy baby, or take twists. Do something that is really kind and gentle with your spine. And then after your next 3 to 5 breaths, make your way to seated. For us to seal in the practice, sealing in the practice, sitting upright and literally taking that energy of stillness and transferring it back upright into your life is one of the final keys that really allows our yoga practice to permeate our entire existence. Seal in the intention today to observe our heart space so that you can continue that practice even when you're not on your mat. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Touch your palms or the extensions of your heart and bring them down past your third eye. The things you see assist you with this intention. Bring it down past your lips. The things you say and hear assist you with this intention. And then bring it down to the center of your heart space so that it feels at home. Touch your thumbs to your chest. Take a deep breath in, sit up through your sternum. Exhale, soften your shoulders down. Namaste. Grab your journal. I will put the journal on the screen for those of you that missed the first journal prompt. Oh wait, that's not it. It's not right. All right, final journal for practice. 3 things that I noticed physically. 3 things that I noticed non-physically. All right. How's that heart space, heart organ connection? A little different than what we've done in the past with the joints and everything. So I'm curious.
I'll share a little bit. So the things that I noticed with doing so many heart openers back to back, I don't know if I've ever really done a practice, unless it was one of those practices that you go to where the focus is on the heart, but it's not often that you do a practice where everything is about opening the heart. So for me today, that was, I found myself getting a little emotional sometimes, you know, just kind of, I noticed that I did feel good in my body, and it forces you to open and to have that space and to not close off, not to shut things off or push things away. So you're forced to open, just to be open. And you really do bring in that energy and release anything that doesn't need to be there. I was finding myself thinking about the people I love and some things I love. I was in that space as I was doing them, and just overall feeling good about myself and my body, even though I was struggling with dancer's pose a little bit. But yeah, I was surprised that I got a little emotional, in a good way. What else did I put? I always said that I thought about the people and things in my life that I love as I was doing the heart opener. So yeah.
Yes, awesome. Ooh, I wanted to say we focused a lot on the front of the heart space. And so it does make sense that you were thinking about people you love because our front of our heart space is our outward facing. And if we were to do like self-love, so I like to mention this because you're both, looking to really share this practice with others, but the self-love is really in the back of the heart and nurturing the front of the heart, but opening up the back.
Yeah.
So yes, we did a lot of open heart, front of the heart space opening. We did a lot of the side as well.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
like a lot of the side bends were really supporting that opening, and really that is a gentle way to open up the back of the heart without doing like
Yeah.
those deep back
The,
bend folds.
the
So yeah,
rounding, yeah. Yeah,
yes,
and I
and
feel
dancer
that
is
too. There were
really
a couple
challenging.
times, yeah, there were a couple times where you had us spread our shoulder blades out more, and I could feel that the release in the back of the heart as well. So yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
it's huge. And even dancer specifically is such a complex pose because it's a balance pose. It's a hip opening pose. It's a heart opening pose. And there's this external rotation at the shoulder. And then the leg is like doing something. And then you're like trying to do the thing. So, yes, balancing in dancer and getting a deep opening in those areas is like really challenging. So that's why we did it 2 times
yes. I
because
was going to say I like doing it 2 times because I noticed a big improvement and a big difference the second time. And I did notice the second time just being in that balance where everything was on point, the opening of the chest, the balance, the hip extension, and everything. So that was good. I'm going to be doing that on my own in my personal practice as well,
yes,
just doing them twice.
I like
Yeah.
that for students, especially like if they feel really wobbly, because then they leave feeling like they learned, they progressed, or they had some type of win. Like
Yeah.
those challenging type, those apex poses, and we'll talk more about what that means and all that. But those more apex style poses can especially for our people who are
Mhm.
very self-critical, can
Yeah.
really, if people are wobbling out of your apex pose, give them something that they can leave with a win on. Like
Yeah.
that's really important because we want our people to love and appreciate the practice. So that's another thing beyond just the actual asana of it. For the teaching component, really be tuned into your class so you can leave them on a win. So yeah, awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Welcome.
How you feeling, dear?
Hey, okay. So I feel really good, really good. I actually, can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me? Okay, good. I actually just got back in town from a 40-hour road trip.
Woo.
And I don't know, yeah, I don't know why, but like halfway through the class, the thought that came to my mind was, how do truck drivers do this? Because with the heart opening, with the heart opening poses, like one, I felt very vulnerable. I don't know why, but there were certain poses that didn't necessarily make me feel emotional, but vulnerable in a sense, just because I don't know, maybe with my arms in front of me, I feel more stronger or defensive. And then with them behind me, with my chest protruding, I don't know, I just felt really vulnerable. And one of the physical things I noticed while doing those poses were, it's a good for my back. I felt like my rhomboids were popping, my spine was popping, like I could really fire my chiropractor. There's a lot going on in my back. But yeah, that was the only thing that's what resonated with me during this practice today.
Yes, awesome. And these truckers out here, and that's the thing. It's, whatever your body is used to and adapts to, you don't realize it until you come out of it. Like if there was a trucker that were to take yoga and then feel like all this release, then they'll start to notice the pain a little more. That's like, even when I made my transition away from fast food, like once I went off of it, and I was like, I don't feel like cooking today. Let me just run over here, get something really quick. And then my stomach is like on fire. I'm like, how did I eat this before? How did I not notice how bad and how crappy and how sluggish and all of those things? So like when our body that is always helping us to do whatever we're doing. So those truckers they like in that, they're like, have adapted to that lifestyle, and they're in that survival component. So yes, they still have pain, and they just may take a drink on their rest stop, or whatever the other things they do to self-soothe. But yeah, it's crazy what our bodies can do.
So you don't eat Chick-fil-A?
I don't anymore. That was the one thing, the one
Wow.
thing go. And then it started hurting my stomach, and even their gluten-free breadless and all that extra stuff. And it was just like, no. So,
Starbucks?
I mean,
No.
I'll get a tea from there. I mean, I'll get some things sometimes, but I'd rather make it at home, to be honest.
I have so much more respect for you suddenly.
Yes, it's been a very, very long journey. It took me quite a few years to get here, and quite a few moments where it was just like, I'd rather not eat the thing than have the pain later. And so,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
my journey.
Mm.
All right, ladies, any questions for me about yoga, about the teaching, the studies, the practice, anything at all? All right. Well, I will see y'all. Let me look at the calendar just to verify. I will see y'all next week. Yes, we'll be together. And then on the 15th, I'm actually traveling. And the following day is right before Thanksgiving. We will have session right before Thanksgiving. So come get a practice on before, whether you're spending time with family or, whatever other things are going on, we will be here. So I will see y'all next week, not on the 15th, and then back on the 22nd. All right.
Okay.
All right. Have a great rest of your evening. I'll see y'all same time, same place next week.
Bye.
Good night, ladies.